Philippines, Carlo BIADO. And his opponent is a world 9-ball champion, world 8-ball champion, the world teams champion, and back-to-back-to-back 9-ball Derby City champion from Bad Honnef, Germany, the killer, Joshua FILLER. We're lagging for the break. It is a race to 4, the best of 3 sets, and sending it to the Predator press box. Take it away, guys.
Good evening and welcome to the Predator Pro Billiard Series. It's the Men's Las Vegas Open. Of course, we are live from the Westgate Resort and Casino. Our next match between, well, it's a last 16 clash actually, between Carlo BIADO, the Black Tiger, and Joshua, the Killer FILLER. Best of 3 sets, races to 4. No golden break or early 10s, so a little bit of a rule change from last year. 10 ball must be the last ball. It's winner break. 3 foul rule is in operation. The referee for this one is Dave Pearson. It's 10 ball, of course, so that means it's call shot. I need someone in the booth to call the shots with me. On this occasion, it's going to be the lovely Gethin Davies. Hello, Gethin.
Hello, Mark, and thank you for that kind introduction. I hope everyone has buckled up their seatbelts tightly. This matchup between Carlo BIADO and Joshua FILLER, well, this could be a blink and you miss it affair. Had the pleasure of commentating on Carlo's opening match in the Men's Open affair, and well, he wasn't missing much at all and had a great pace around the table. And as we all know, Joshua FILLER is no slouch either. Carlo winning the lag and getting us off in this best of 3 set race to 4 format.
So here we go, breaking from nearer to the centre than we've been seeing. Maybe he's found a break, but no one else has. Big spread. No reward though, unfortunately.
He actually, in the match that I was commentating in, was playing slightly softer than the rest of the players to great effect from a similar spot on the table, so clearly has got something working, but not on this occasion. And, well, quicker than our replay can play, Joshua FILLER has been up and out of his chair and has put Carlo in a little bit of a predicament behind the 3. Both these players have amazing vision around the table. And there you go, there's one of them.
Brilliant from BIADO, absolutely as played. Well, he's held his hand up, but I can't see that he played anything else than that, because it was always going to happen. If he caught the underside of the 1 ball, the cue ball was going to be heading back in that direction. FILLER is very, very good at kicking though as well, very good. Probably in the top 3 in the game, I would say. Z shot coming up. Went a little bit wrong. Big X for that one, no Z.
Yeah, that was a very difficult one he attempted there, having to come through 2 windows to get to the 1. Just released on that last long rail. That's going to give Carlo ball in hand. The 4-5 is just looking a bit awkward. Just wondering if that's going to force Carlo to play another safety here. Well, if any of our viewers were in any or under any illusions of what was to come, Carlo is certainly showing you straight out of the blocks with another great safety. And you have to do that against Joshua.
Maybe going 3 rails here. He is indeed 3 rails past the 6, past the 2 ball rather. And look at this. Anything you can do, I can do as well, says Joshua FILLER. Brilliant shot.
few groans from the audience when they realised how well that shot was played. Unbelievable. Carlo's turn to be in trouble.
Oh, he nearly made it in the opposite middle, called the opposite one. Catching the 10 ball and wobbling in the side. So fast, or first chance I should say, for the German, the killer filler. Trying to slay the Black Tiger. Trouble with the 5-7 though, of course. Or the 5 and 4 rather, I should say. So he's going to have to do something about that off this red 3. Left himself a decent angle. Can play this with some high right if he wants. Arc the cue ball round into the 4. Could also draw with low left. See what he prefers.
I like the
Yeah, he's
idea
drawing.
of draw. Yeah, just to take the 9 out of the equation.
Oh, Joshua Filler. Well, I hope this is on. Deserves to be on this 4 ball. Does it go?
I don't think it does from the amount of time he's taking. It's probably the longest I've seen him take over a shot in a good while. He's called it in the middle pocket. Left centre. I'm lost for words already, Mark, and we haven't even got into the second rack of this first set.
Unbelievable stuff from Joshua Filler. And I get the feeling he's in exhibition mode. Some terrific hooking, kicking. And there you see the 2-rail 5 ball. Oh, he's overdone the 5, I should say the 4 ball, overdone the 5. But what a fabulous 4 ball that was.
That's a great call, Mark. Exhibition form. And, well, the calibre of BIADO, he won't be daunted by Joshua's style. And if he can get his rhythm going, we are going to be in for some fireworks and some. Oh, he's just nibbled the knuckle. And in doing so, has left the 5 onto the centre.
Probably the straightest shooter in the world, Joshua Filler. Finished absolutely perfect on this 6. Stun over for the 7 into the same pocket. A little bit betwixt and between here. Can go to the corner, can go to the side.
Yeah, the cue ball grabbed the side very nicely for him, but the cue ball's just overrun a little bit. Oh, what a
Brilliant.
delicate cut shot, threading it through the 9 ball and the centre pocket.
Loves it. He enjoyed that shot, even though as simple as it looked, he played a lovely stun follow on that 9 ball. Really was an exquisite shot. Looked easy, and I think he's giving himself a tap on the table. He
Absolutely.
enjoyed that. What a great 8 ball. And to control the cue ball between that gap was just exquisite.
Yeah, well, Joshua Filler has set his stall out for this last 16 match. And we'll get the break. It'll be the first time that we see Joshua's break. But as you said, we had a little bit of everything in our opening rack. Where can we go from here?
Well, if that's the shape of things to come, we're in for an absolute belter. Because that first rack, well, I've never had my pen out so much in one rack to mark down some highlight shots, because there were certainly 3 at least in that opening rack. Ball in the corner. Shot on the 1. Everything in the open. This is looking ominous for Carlo BIADO. He's going to be 2 down within the blink of an eye.
Yeah, the 5 ball, as you pointed out, cleanly into the bottom left corner pocket, shape on the 1, no clusters.
Draw to the side rail, hold for the 3 into the same pocket as the 2.
Drawing into the long rail very nicely. May have finished a bit straight on this 3 to be able to float up for the 4. Might see him drawing back into the long rail again here. Oh, he's followed it through. Just caught a chunk of the 4.
This is a hanger for Filler.
Hanger indeed, and has got a good bounce off that long rail. Just needs to push the cue ball through. Just get the other side of the 7. Might not
Has
have
to
come
be.
far enough.
Has to be the most talented player in the world for sure. Just won for the 3rd time the Derby City 9 ball. 700 players in that tournament. Came out on top for the 3rd year running. Just think about that for a second. Unbelievable.
Absolutely. And I had the pleasure of getting to see Joshua play in a few German tournaments many, many moons ago. And well, not just a rising star, but made it look really easy back then, and has only developed and matured and become better and better.
Josh Filler in this mood, I think, is unstoppable. I mean, he's won the safety battle against Carlo BIADO in the first rack, and BIADO not even got to the table in this second rack as Filler takes a 2-0 lead, flying high. That kind of form, you just can't beat it.
No, absolutely. And talking of great matchups, you heard the introductions before the match over on our other TV table. Naoki Oi is taking on Fidel Gorst, and I had the pleasure of watching Naoki Oi's, or one of his earlier matches, and he was certainly playing with the same gusto that Joshua Filler has, and was making it count. So it looks like there's a lot of top players peaking in this tournament, and well, we still have SVB lurking at the door. We've got Joshua and Carlo as we're watching now, but also Albin Ushan, Ruslan Chynakov, Mad Max Lechner, and I mean, well, even the Kaiser is banging on the door. Ralf Suke from Germany as well. as is Joshua. Making the one ball on the cut break. And getting shape on the blue too. Wow. 2 good breaks in a row from Josh. He's got it working, Mark.
Yeah, he's looking very, very dangerous at the moment. And you just mentioned Shane Van Bonen there. He's already taken a 3-1 lead. The 2 MAC TV tables, 1 and 2, were actually just delayed slightly by the Sarah Margaret Fefilova match, which went all the way. That was a match full of drama. Brilliant game, won by Margaret in the end. Big, big win for Margaret Fefilova. Josh Filler just carrying on where he left off in the last rack. Great break, great long 2-ball. And a shot on the 3. He's going to have to take a 4-10 combo, I think.
That's what he just wandered down to take a look at. Just wondering if he's thinking, can I avoid that and maybe put a bit of whiz on this and come the other side of the 4. We said exhibition form. That would certainly be true to it.
Yeah, if he does try that shot here, we'll know what mood he's in for sure. But no, just the combo on the 10. 10 will be replaced. Last year it was a win, but not this year. The rule change. 10 will be respotted. But again, a beautiful layout, Gethin, and it's hard to see where it can go wrong.
Ooh. Well, even if the 4 had dropped, it wouldn't have been a showstopper. The 6.
Yeah,
6 may need to be comboed onto the 8. Sorry, Mark.
Yeah, I think you're right, Gethin. Yeah, beg your pardon. I was just going to say the referee having trouble getting his hand in the pocket there. You can't have fat hands being a referee. Dave Pearson is our referee for this one, doing a fine job. Made sure he got nice and straight there, Gethin, on that combo that you was talking about.
And he's played that very well, knowing that the 6 was going to track over towards the long rail. He needed to push the cue ball in and off the short rail. And, well, we're not even 15 minutes into this. And Josh Filler looks like he's going to take the hill in convincing fashion in this race to 4 best-of-3 sets. The best starts. And he's put Carlo in his seat after the first rack.
Yeah, taking a look at Carlo there. He must be admiring this one, even though he's on the receiving end of it. You can only sit back and admire this genius at work. It's been faultless pull right from the start. It really has.
Really being spoiled. Just looking over at not just the men's open, but also the remaining players in the women's open, and it really is a who's who of the top 20. And these wonderful people in the crowd at the Westgate Resort and Casino are being treated to real great play. And there's great matches going on all over.
31 balls potted, 0 for Carlo BIADO. Elsewhere, Christopher Tevez, 3-1 down to Shane Van Bonen. Yannick Pongas from your neck of the woods, 3-2 up against Arseny Sestayanov. Ben Francis is 3-1 down to Mex Lechner. Albin Ocean is 3-2 up on Ruslan Chinnikov. Mario He is a set down already to Wojtek Szewczyk. The Kaiser 3-2 up on Daniel Maciel and Fedor Gorst 3-0 up on Nokioi.
Oh, could it be the Kaiser's week, Mark? Could it be the Kaiser's week?
In a word, no. Sorry, Ralph, but, you know, I'm a realist.
Well, there's another German in this tournament, and we've just got to see him break dry. And BIADO back at the table, as you mentioned, Mark, not made a ball yet. Has played some great shots, but this may be his first chance at sinking a ball. And he did, avoided the centre pocket, and has popped back out nicely for the for the blue 2. As I mentioned, I did have the opportunity to commentate on BIADO's opening match, and he was in superb form. Of course, he's been tamed a little bit in the opening racks here, but he doesn't need much to work with and can really produce the magic around the table, especially when he gets into his rhythm.
Well, you know, when tigers are most dangerous, when they're hungry, and he'll be very, very hungry to get back into this first set, because even though how much he might admire the play that Filler just showed us, this man is very, very capable of doing exactly the same. Maybe at not the speed of Filler, but he's certainly got the talent. Ooh. Scraping past the 7 ball.
Lovely camera angle picking that up. There was a hair's width between the 2 balls there. What that has done is that's left BIADO in great position here. You can see the 8 ball very tight in the jaws of that corner pocket. So Carlo will want to get the cue ball as close as he can to it with a little trace of angle. Where it is now, he may just elect to not touch a rail and just screw it straight back. He's played it rail first. And this should be 3-1.
I wonder, will Joshua give me a little tap on the leg if he runs this out? He normally does if he appreciates a good run out. That was just a normal one for Joshua. Nothing special about that, what he says.
That was worth a swig of his water bottle. But as I was saying, Mark, you know, it may not be as flamboyant as Joshua, or certainly as extravagant, but this Filipino has got oozes of talent, and he won't be daunted by this challenge ahead of him. The question is going to be, will he get enough chances to convert?
Well, the ladies are in action already as well at the same time. And Kennedy Mayman is playing Cesca Centino, and Kennedy, the young lady from the US, has taken the opening rack. Remember, Savannah Easton and Sophia Mast also through from the juniors in, well, what a big field it is of women as well. So they're going very, very well, the youngsters. And we also have the junior tournament coming up for you, as well as the teams and the Scotch doubles turbo. Don't forget, tonight, 7 o'clock, table 1, this very table. Darren Appleton will be up against Corey Jewell in the 14-1, the straight pool showdown. All still to come tonight.
Yeah, that should be kicking off just over 2 hours from now. Set your alarm clocks. I'm looking forward to that. I haven't seen Corey playing straight for a while. It's going to be exciting stuff. And BIADO got a good look at this. No real big problems. Just needing to get shape on this 3 could be the key to this rack. Oh, is he looking for a gap? Raises his hand. That wasn't where he wanted the cue ball, but it will do.
One thing you can be sure of, this match will not take a very long time, even if it goes the full 3 sets. Both players are fast compared to most other players. BIADO very kind of fidgety around the table. He's got his fidgety little finger as well. He's got the little waggle going on. Apart from when he's on the rail, of course.
Yeah, it is a trademark of his. This, he had to play for this side of the 5 ball. And makes it without bother, and doesn't need to do too much with the cue ball off the 6 here to leave good angle on the 7. Both of these players looking to take every opportunity that they're given with both hands. And in as quick as fashion, Carlo has put himself in great position to bring this back to 3-2 in this opening set. Punch that off the long rail. Looks like he's come out enough to avoid the center pocket and feather the cue ball just down underneath the center pocket. He didn't feather it. No. He Z-shaped it off long rail, even better. And that will be 3-2. And Carlo's got his break working as well, Mark.
Yeah, interesting match this. We both know they're great players, but what we want to see, and what we always like to try and see, is 2 players going at it, playing their best pool. And I think that's what we've got right here, right now. 2 players in peak form in this last 16 clash. Winner will advance, of course, to the quarter-finals, and there's some nice cash involved as well for the winners and runners-up. There's a bit for everyone, really. Champion will get 45,000, runner-up 21, losing semi-finalists 10.5 grand each. 5th through 8th, 5,250. 9th through 16 will get 2,625, and there's even a bit of money, a little bit of hotel money, a bit of flight money maybe, for 17th through to 32nd of $1,313. These 2 want the top prize though. For Rayler, 9 ball is in, and the 4 ball, he's hit them so well. I think both of those were the 4 Raylers that he made. Shows you that you're hitting the break square, Gethin.
And it shows that Dave Pearson is getting good racks out of that Predator AeroRack. However, Carlo looks like he's left with the uncuttable one ball and is now looking at where he can get a safety out, and I can see maybe playing the one ball back up the table and maybe trying to shoot the cue ball over towards the 7, but it needed to be hit so well. How well did he hit that, Mark? Oh, wow. That definitely deserved a replay. So, just sliding past the 7-1 rail escape. Made a bit of a kick and stick out of it as well, which is, well, left a good look at this one ball, but it's not the easiest shot up to the corner pocket. May feel there's value in taking this on. He's called it.
Yeah, this is typical trademark BIADO, this shot.
Great shot. That gets a tap on the leg from myself. That was played extremely well. Round the 10 ball. Perfect angle on the blue too. Both these players on absolutely exhilarating. Ripple of applause. Didn't finish on the right side of the red 3, but was able to force it off the short rail, back out for the 5, and just needs to draw into the long rail, and that cue ball should pop out nicely for the 6. Wow. Looked like he decided on pushing the cue ball through. In doing so, didn't contact the ball as intended, and that cue ball has followed through into the corner pocket, and a rare mistake. You won't be seeing many from either player in this match.
A chance for FILLER now to close out this first set. 4-2, the way he started. You'd have had him odds-on favourite to do that, but he's played a horrible shot there with ball in hand to get to the 6. Does he go safety up behind the 7 here? No, can't get behind the 7, so plays the 6 behind the 10. Now there may be an edge.
Yeah. Carlo, quick as you like, round there checking out the angle. He's called it. He likes it. This will be a turnaround. I think he was on the stroke of 1 second there on the shot clock, Mark. Whether or not that had a role in that difficult shot, well, we'll not know, but we will see FILLER come back to the table. what was a good chance for Carlo to bring the scoreline back to 3-3 and take us into a hill in our first set. Now it looks like Joshua Filler is in the driver's seat for this opening set.
Yeah, poor shot that he played on the 5-ball, Carlo BIADO, when it looked like he was going to square things up. But it is Josh Filler with this straightforward 10-ball to take the first set. Be interesting to see if either of them take a break. They've only been out there about 25 minutes. They are allowed to take a break after each set. Referee Dave Pearson just asking if any of them want a break. None of them do, so we're going to stay there. I didn't think they would. What's that he's got in his hand there? Was that his telephone? I think he might have just been told to take his telephone off the table. I think that's what it was. So there's the stats getting from the first set.
Oh, yeah.
And look at that POP for Joshua Filler, 897, almost 900. BIADO on 800 and still came second in the set.
Yeah, both with identical break success, identical average balls potted. I mean, not much to pick between them until you get to balls pocketed and the POP, so quick fire stuff. And I have to say, although Joshua on flying form, he gave Carlo a sniff and Carlo nearly took it, and bringing it back to 3-3, was really getting reward from his break and just didn't have shape on the one.
Well, big thanks to our sponsors, Little Monster, Kamui, Poison, the Predator Group, of course, Apex, Yalin, Box Billiards, Samsung TV Plus, and of course to Pro Billiard TV as well. Thank you so much, guys. Good to have you with us. A regular team of sponsors who are putting on some great prize money in a lot of the tournaments. 10-ball going straight into the corner. Now, we've seen that a couple of times, so it means that the rack wasn't quite tight enough. Now, I wonder, will Joshua be tempted to go for this 1-ball? Maybe just a little swerve on it. It would be ballsy if he did. He is, you know.
Yeah, he
He's
might only have
swerving
to turn
around.
it. It's actually not a bad shot to play. If the cue ball starts to release the spin before it gets there, it should roll through and back off the long rail up for the 2. Needs to make the pot first, though.
Yeah, it was a little bit ambitious, you could say. He did have the option of a push out or a safety, a kick and stick. He did have other options, but chose to go aggressive.
Don't think there's a pocket for the 1-ball here, so he may just want to slide off it and bring the cue ball down the bottom of the table. Would love to get behind the red 3. He's brought it into play. Well, the cue ball hadn't even stopped and Joshua was calling the pocket. Jump stick in play.
I think he's in showboat mode. I really do. I don't mind confidence.
No, neither do I. But what there is, when it comes to showboating and exhibitions, there is the propensity to have the odd loose one. And if BIADO can take full advantage of them, well, I don't know if that will try and snuff out Joshua Filler. I don't think there's anyone that can actually do that, but will certainly put the pressure back on. That's a good start. Looking from here, looks like every ball has a pocket. Yeah, you can see the 5 and the 6. There's a gap between the two, so they'll both be available for the corner at the bottom left. I'm not too sure if the orange 5 goes to the top left. If it does, that might be Carlo's preferred option here, because he's just finished a little straight on this.
Fedorgorst has won the first set also against Nukioi for racks to 2, the same score as this one. Suke has won the first one as well against Daniel Maciel. Maybe it is Ralph's year, like you said, Gethin.
Yeah, well, you can never rule him out, the Kaiser, but I can tell you something. I've had the pleasure of commentating on a few of Daniel Maciel's matches, and he's no slouch. Very composed young chap. Now, needs that cue ball to slow. It looks like it will do. Oh, well, it didn't slow up enough. It ended up rubbing into the 9. But that's not caused a problem. Could have if it had stopped on it. Nicely done. Could screw back. He screwed back to play the 9 into the center pocket. Good confident stroke. And off to the races in the second set. Carlo BIADO takes the opener, leads 1 rack to 0. In the second set, he does trail 1 set to 0, so this set is a must-win for him. Good start.
Let's bring you up to date, guys, with the latest scores from around the room. Men and women in play. Wojtek Szewczyk has taken the opening set against Mario He. It's Mario the Panda who's taken the first rack in the second set. Albin Ocean is 1 set up over Ruslan Chinnikov, the Siberian Express. Now, Ben Francis, this is a real big story, this is. He doesn't really play too many tournaments. He's the manager of a pool room in Calgary called Leather Pocket. And Ben Francis has taken the opening set against Max Lechner. Yannick Pongas, a set up over Arsenis Estevanov. BIADO, as we know, 1 down. And Christopher Tevez is a set down and 2-0 down to a man who's playing some very, very good pool here this week, Shane Van Boning. Back to this one, BIADO to break off. The slight advantage in this second set.
Made a ball. He throws the cue ball, but the cue ball did take a nudge, and that's just thrown it a bit further away from the 1 ball. See the cue ball slowing up, but the 2 comes and rattles it back down the table. Otherwise, Carlo would have been left with a much nicer shot on this one. And just to add insult to injury, the 10 ball might be hampering his cueing as well, so. Safety play from Carlo. These lads love to pot, but they still have a great safety game. Joshua calling the bottom left corner. That would lend it for the one rail escape. Just underneath the centre pocket. Oh,
unlucky. Okay, he didn't catch the one ball as thick as he meant to, but very unlucky to slice off it that thin and scratch in the corner. But BIADO just getting back into this. Chance to take a substantial lead in this second set.
Yeah, just needs to be particular with this ball in hand to be able to get up for the two. Joshua closely inspecting play. Yeah, you're right, Mark. This is developing into a great opportunity for Carlo to increase his lead here. Leaves an angle on the 4. Can float the cue ball out to centre table. That 6 looks like it passes the 10. Carlo not daunted by the challenge. He's maintaining his composure, not rushing.
You got to see the lovely gold colour of the pockets in celebration of the 30-year anniversary of Predator products.
Looks very regal.
Yeah, getting rave reviews as well. The new Predator Arc table.
Yeah, I heard your mention of the comments Darren Appleton was making. That is a very nice seal of approval. Carlo BIADO staring down the barrel of taking a 2-rack to 0 lead. A very useful one in this second set, a must-win set for him.
Yeah, one way to silence Joshua FILLER is to play pool like we've been seeing from Carlo BIADO in this second set. Great stuff. It's just another sip of water for Josh FILLER.
Yeah.
That was his only contribution to that rack.
Well, it was a tricky escape. Made the escape, but with the thinnest of contacts on the 1 scratched, and that was all that Carlo needed. He now leads 2 racks to 0 in the second set, and will be hoping to take this to a third and deciding one. And if he can keep Joshua in his chair, he's got every chance of doing it.
Yeah, it was very unfortunate to scratch off that 1 ball. Just caught it too thin. Take nothing away from Carlo though. Stepped right up to the plate and cleaned the plate. Gobbled up every ball like a tiger would. Not Tiger Woods, that's a golfer. Oh, scratch this time for BIADO. Now then, we had the first half of this set. Joshua FILLER has the chance of having the second half of the set.
Well, a little bit of a reverse of our first set, where Josh came out thumping, and then Carlo threatened a comeback. It didn't transpire into a comeback. Joshua continued to win the opening set. But it's rare mistakes like scratches off the break that can swing momentums in these short races to 4.
Taking our picture there, look. Hold still, Gethin.
I was just waving. Well, he's had the arms crossed. He's used his extension now. And he's not giving anything away, and I'm none the wiser.
Well, it's the 7, isn't it, that's the problem. That's the one that's causing all the problems. He's just looking at a way to release the 10 and 7. Well, he has an angle here on the 2 ball. He could, if he wants to be really aggressive, go into them here and just hope that he's got a shot on the 3. No. Thought he might just risk a glance, but yeah, didn't try it.
I can imagine the caliber of Josh. It probably takes a lot of effort to convince himself not to go aggressive. He's so successful. Must be a real devil on one shoulder. Say, go for it, go for it. I think this is where it will happen.
Yeah, now is the time to go. Would be unlucky not to be on the 6.
Yeah, he may choose not to go in with much pace at all. Just a minimal of movement, guaranteeing 6 on... Oh, 6 into the centre, but if he did go for it, he's missed them, and if he didn't, this is also a very handy position, but he's now reduced his options to having to finish on the 7.
That will do nicely.
Yeah, that will do nicely, Mark. 10 will get respotted, but look at how he's finished up. Ooh, would have liked that to have run on a little bit more. Around the houses. Navigated successfully, and to take the pace out of Carlo BIADO's train, Joshua Filler with this 10 ball. It's the score back to 2-1 in this second set. Carlo BIADO needs to win this second set to stay in it and take it to a third. Joshua only needs this set to win the match, so he's now coming back to the table with the break, and as we looked at the stats earlier, they're both quite like for like, getting success on 67% of the breaks.
Let's bring you up to date with some scores from the ladies' Las Vegas Open. Jasmine Ocean has taken the first set over Margaret Fefilova. Cheska Centeno and Kennedy Mayman are 2-2 in their first set. Wan Ling Wang is 1-1 with Kristina Zleteva. Sophia Mast is 2-2 with Pia Filler. Pia in action over on table 8. Her husband in action here on table 1. Han Yu is 3-1 up against Savannah Easton. Soledad Ayala 3-1 up against Christina to catch, going very, very well, the Argentinian. Chao Che Yu is 1-1 with Chihiro Kawahara, and Wei Chu Chen is 2-1 up on Bean Hung. Here we go.
made a ball mark.
Down again. Yeah, and nicely on this one ball as well.
The three's gone a little.
Two ball though. Yeah, two ball went in off the break, so he's not got any real chance to plan here. He's got to go and try and get something on the three, get in right from the get-go, hasn't he?
Agreed. He has got an angle to do it. Oh, I thought he could have just played that a little thinner, but clearly couldn't. Oh, yes. I thought he was looking at the bank, but the six looks in the way.
No, I think he's looking at the bank in the side pocket, I thought. And can he get the cue ball through? But no, he's going safety. Just slicing three behind the seven. Whoa, what a shot.
With that. My heart was in my mouth there, Mark.
Yeah, mine too. I thought it was excellent catchy all over again in the 9-ball world final when he scratched into the corner pocket.
Oh, that's a memory. Maybe one that Catchy would like to forget, but yeah. Moments like that stick with us in the pool world.
Yeah, unusual not to see Catchy here, actually. He's one of the few top players that aren't here, to be honest.
Yeah, we've been seeing him about quite a bit, and his brother too. Also a good talent on the table. This is a shot that I can imagine Joshua is keen to take on. He's got some traffic to navigate to get shape on the four if he decides to.
Extension.
Well, I can tell you, over in Germany right now, it's 2:20 in the morning, and I can guarantee you, as I've been talking to them throughout this event, there's plenty of German fans keen to watch Joshua's performance. Beata and co. I'm sure they're egging him on. BIADO has got other ideas. I'm not sure what time it is over in the Philippines, but it should be later in the morning. Guaranteed there'll be plenty watching their man Carlo out there.
Yeah, it's 9:21 in the Philippines in the morning, so good time to be watching for the Filipinos. Sure there's a few thousand of them watching. Mabuhay to all my Filipino friends out there watching.
We've got a double kiss on the three. The three's not gone into a potting position. BIADO has pushed the three into a safe position, and Joshua running around the table.
He's keen.
Far away either. Not sure that's safe enough.
No,
there is a window between the 9 and the 5 if he can find it for the cue ball to trace through for the 4. Obviously needs to make the 3 first. This will be down to pace.
Haha, no attempt. Guaranteed hook behind the 7-ball. No chance he's taken. And you can't blame him. It was a tough positional shot.
It was
to get to the 4.
Joshua may be able to just flirt with the center pocket, just come underneath it. Might need to check it up with pace. Oh, he did exactly that. Made great contact. Didn't get away with it though. And has left the shot on for Carlo, but that 4 has crept behind the 6, behind the 9. Oh, well, Carlo didn't give much away from his facial expression. There's a good chance that won't pass the 9, so might need to get creative here. Oh, he did. Gets a well-deserved applause from the crowd. He's played that beautifully to leave a long 4 up into the top left corner. Opened this rack up beautifully, and what a great time to get to the hill in the second set. Still needs to make sure. He's done very nicely. If he's not got too much of an angle, he can just float through for the 7. Oh, has he got too much of an angle there, Mark? Not a bother. Yeah, he made that look easy.
Class players playing class pool. Just love the way Carlo goes about the game. He doesn't hang around. He's got that short little cue action. Tremendous knowledge. It just looks like he enjoys his pool all the time. Doesn't even get right down on the cue sometimes. Nicely done. On the hill, Filler with it all to do in this second set. I think we will be seeing a third set, and we don't mind that at all. Not when it's this entertaining. Really is terrific stuff to watch. How lucky are we getting to just sit here, watch some great pool, and do a job that we absolutely love. Fabulous, isn't it? What a great life.
I truly feel blessed, and well, you mentioned our sponsors earlier, but the credit goes to them for bringing the money into these tournaments and getting the greatest players to these events. And well, you can just stick your finger with your eyes shut on the schedule and pick top class matches right the way throughout. And well, this is a pool of the highest quality. And I mean, Carlo, so easy to get daunted by the way that Josh came out, such virility, and he's just kept his composure, and this is a joy to watch. Both players are getting their breaks working as well.
Got a result to bring you. Shane Van Boning has beaten Christopher Tevez in straight sets 2-0. So Shane Van Boning, the first man through to the last 8.
Well done, Shane.
Yeah, and he will play the winner of this match. So Shane Van Boning will play either Carlo BIADO or Joshua Filler. They've just played each other in an exhibition at Amsterdam Billiards in New York, Joshua and SVB. Maybe they're going to be playing it for real. Carlo BIADO, of course, has got something to say about that. He leads 3-1 in this second set, very much in this match.
Yeah, and after that dry break, Josh Was left with an option to push. Didn't. But I don't think he's left this one ball on. Well, certainly not onto the centre. It does go to the bottom left corner. Carlo's having a good look at it.
Well, when they were warming up, when Carlo was at the table, he made a point of practicing some shootout shots. And he's got the most bizarre way of shooting the shootout shot as well. If you've never seen it, well, if we go to a shootout, you will see it. Carlo absolutely smashes the 10 ball into the corner on the shootout shot. But he was practicing it. Maybe that's a little bit of an omen. Very possible, of course. BIADO on the brink of winning this set to level things up. Joshua going airborne.
Call wasn't far away either. Not too sure if there's a gap between the 3 and the 6 for that corner pocket. If not, Carlo's got a great opportunity to freeze the cue ball up against the 4. Called it. Might be on. Threaded through the eye of a needle, and that is not a bad shot at all. He can come back across the table for the 3, and that 4 does have the corner pocket available for it. The little finger waggle, and came through lovely for the 3. Could just screw back a touch to take the 4 into this bottom left corner pocket, and then it's all about position on the 5, taking that 6 out the way.
Would have liked to have got to the long rail here. I don't think he's got that angle. Maybe he has. Yes, maybe just. Almost straight draw. Oh, he was trying to force that angle that I was talking about, Gethin, and he's pinched the pocket too much. Didn't have to do that, you know. He could have just drawn back for the 5 ball. Just draw past the 6 ball and it'd been on the 5. But he was a long way off, trying to force that angle. Well, is that a big turning point in this match?
In the scheme of things,
had his
Mark,
chance to win the set. Oh, Carlo, what have you done?
say, Mark, we have not seen many errors at all in this match as we're at the tail end of the second set. But will that prove costly in the scheme of this second set? And we'll find out soon. Joshua will be certainly looking to take this rack and take it to 3-2.
There's still a chance that FILLER can win it in 2 straight sets. It looked for everything like we were going to go to a decider. We still might be. But Josh FILLER right back in this set now at 3-2 and breaking.
Yeah, and one good break could see Joshua very quickly onto the hill. In the same breath, the right opportunity for Carlo, and we could be into the third set. So difficult to call, but you do feel that a good break from Joshua would put the advantage back to him to get this to hill. But I'm not going to say anything, Mark. There has been some great shots from both players, and it really is who gets the first opportunity.
Albin Ocean has beaten Ruslan Chinnikov in straight sets. He's just won the second set 4-1. So the Siberian Express has been brought to a shuddering halt by the smooth operator himself, Mr. Albin Ocean, through to the quarterfinals here in Las Vegas.
Yeah.
He will play the winner of Mario He and Wojtek Shevchik. So may be a quarterfinal matchup against his good buddy, Mario He, but Mario's a set down at the moment to Wojtek Shevchik.
Ooh. Panda needs to step up a bit. And ball's made off the break. The one cleanly into the centre pocket. Is there a gap for Josh to attack this too? Certainly looks like it from this angle. Oh, and we saw Carlo miss a shot into that pocket just now. It's Joshua's turn. He's got away with it though, Mark.
Yeah, big time. Was trying to steal some angle, I think. Bit annoyed about missing that. Carlo BIADO doesn't have a full 2-ball to go at, but he has got the right-hand side of it as we look. Looking for cover behind the 5.
Needs it. I think he has. Josh is going back. Oh, I thought he was walking back for his jump stick. Maybe he has got a good full ball of this. And if so, there's a good chance he can thump the cue ball over towards the 9-ball.
What a shot.
Wow.
What a shot he's played there. Exactly where he put his hand. Brilliant.
I actually didn't think that shot was on. I thought he was going to run into the 6 all day. What do I know in this commentating box? Fantastic. Got a bit more of an angle than he'd liked if he wanted to take the 4 into the centre pocket here. So should have liked to take it into the corner instead.
Key shot coming up.
Yeah, I'm just wondering if it's flat enough to just screw back and take a longer shot on the 6, or if he's going to have to force a little bit. Yeah, forced it through to great effect, bringing the cue ball square down the centre of the table. Just over the halfway mark to the 6 ball. Makes the cut, brings the cue ball around the 8. 2 cushions, lovely for the 7, and well, you made the call, Mark. Joshua getting right back into the thick of this second set. Would love to be taking it to the hill. Decided to take rails out of play and just screw straight back. That cue ball has overrun some. So not really the opportunity just to float it into the corner to hold for the 10. Oh, had to thump it. And 2 mistakes from Filler. I say that with a big hint of surprise, because neither of these players you'd expect to make mistakes. As it is, Carlo now looking to clinch this second set. Oh, what do you say about that, Mark?
Well, it was missable, but I expected him to get it. I'll leave it at that. But it looks like we're going to go heel, because FILLER is not going to miss from here. That is one thing that you can, well, be sure of.
And a great zoom in to see his reaction on that 10 ball. Not going completely to plan, but nevertheless, it's come to him. And he'll be breaking on the hill in the second set, and what looked like BIADOs for the taking. Well, it's now turned round into a bit of a nail biter. If FILLER can take this. Sorry.
Unusual colour for a glove, I thought, Geffin. Now, I've never seen a dark green glove. I've seen like a fluorescent green one, like the, you know, like the new BK Rush that we see, the bright coloured butts. I've never seen a dark green glove, though. Looks like British racing green.
You just took the words out of my mouth. Maybe that's to signify the speed he plays at.
Yeah. Oh, hello, Ducky. 10 ball. Looked like it was going all the way.
One cleanly in the centre, the 10 cleanly in the corner, and not a real good look on the 2 ball at all. So it's not going to be a break and run. Well, not from the looks of it here. We should see Carlo coming back to the table.
Poor shot. Thought about it twice and still got it wrong. Needed some spin to hold the cue ball behind the purple 4 there. Okay, he's not done any big damage, but he has given Carlo a free look at this 2 ball. We know he's dangerous when you give him a safety shot to play. It's dangerous when you give him a kick to play.
That's a great point to make. He's had a good look at his options here. I didn't hear the call. Did you catch a call, Mark?
No, I didn't. I caught a cold last week.
Done very
nicely
well
done.
There.
Always finds something, doesn't he? Always finds a great safety, BIADO.
Yeah, and it
Full
wasn't
cover
immediately.
behind the tent.
It was not immediately obvious either. He sits back down in his chair, but he'll be happy with that. FILLER returns to his chair. And he's brought his airfare with him.
Lufthansa will be taking off in a few seconds and landing 1 second later.
No, I don't know if it was the 6 or the 2, but he's called something down in the bottom right corner. Two ball in the vicinity. It's run into the 6, and I think that cue ball stopped up short to bring the 8 into play. chance for BIADO, but if you have a look where the 3 is,
I'm not sure.
He's not giving much away.
No, he's not on it. He is on it. Oh, I didn't think he could get through to it. They say camera never lies. They do.
Yeah, on this occasion, was able to make it, and that was backed up with position on the 3 as well. This could be the chance he needs. He's had a few racks whilst being on the hill. It won't. Oh, that's the
dear.
second time.
Oh dear, now look what he's done. The only lucky thing that's happened there is it's gone close to the rail, and I don't think Joshua can get to the bottom of the cue ball. Does he need to? Oh, he's digging down.
Oh my lord.
I tell you what, that's brilliant. Well, having said that, yeah, he's okay. 5 ball does go in the side. What a shot from Filler. And this is to win the match, remember, and a place in the quarter-final against Shane Van Boning. What a prospect that is. SVB against Joshua Filler.
Doesn't get much better. I think we're just going to be spoiled now from here right on through to the final. They're all winners. They're all top pros. And these two are at the top of their game. And look at how this is panning out. 3-3 in the second set.
Yeah, the quarterfinals for the men, 11:30 tomorrow morning, Las Vegas time. And if that one doesn't make the TV, then I don't know what will. 3 TV tables we have for you. Tables 1, 2, and 3. No commentary on 3, but some of you might prefer that. I don't know.
We don't want to know.
Yeah, just leave it at that.
Take it easy on us,
So
please.
it's 9 and the 10 ball for a great victory after being 3-1 down in this second set. Don't want to jinx it, but in goes the 9. He's not going to miss this 10 ball. Joshua Filler has done it yet again. Started off like an express train and has finished in the same style. Absolutely fantastic from Josh Filler. The handshakes all around. Thank you, referee Dave Pearson. Carlo BIADO. It will have to be the World Teams or the Scotch Doubles Turbo for him. Joshua Filler moves on to play SVB tomorrow morning, 11.